Well, hello, and we're back once more for some more Blades in the Dark. Firebirds.
Spooky.
Spooky indeed. So Rubik's was, or well, I guess Gear was asking the question, um, are we gonna up to tier 2?
And I think the answer to that is yes.
I like being tier 2.
Yeah, do we have the money? Let's put the money together.
So is it, I thought it was 16 to get it up to,
Crud. Is it 8 times the...
because isn't it 8 times? Not 4 times?
I thought it was 4 times.
Is it 8 times your current tier or 4 times the target tier?
I think it's 4 or 8 times the target tier.
Let's go find out.
Yeah.
Rules!
They're difficult.
Rules, they are a thing.
Do I not have Blades in the Dark on my computer anymore? What?
What? You have a lack of blades in your life? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, here it is. Okay.
I'm just gonna let you find it, because you'll find it faster than I will. Dark Lavender Void says page 44.
Thank you, Dark Lavender Void.
It's at least a pleasant color to look into the void from.
Yes. All right. Your new tier times 8. Oh gosh.
Oh
yeah.
god,
So
it's
16.
16.
But I had a plan for this.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
So if you guys are willing to throw what you have at it,
I mean,
All
I have-
one of what I have.
I have a
Yeah, sure.
I have a single coin.
okay, so 2, 5, 8. The downtime is ended. So I get my
Anytime during downtime, you can roll the gambling houses as well, although it's
Yeah,
tier
we're-
minus heat, which is currently at 7.
sure. Let's take we're gonna do a fortune roll at 0,
No, so
or
we don't get any money.
oh,
you
Yeah.
can't get
nothing.
any money because the
Oh, that's fair.
result is subtracts 7. So your best possible result is -1.
Okay, so I'm also assuming that we are only using characters that we have currently played or currently are playing.
I think you can gut Ivan because he's in the crew.
That's up to you guys, dude.
I mean,
I'm
if
fine
that's
with
okay.
that.
I think we can squeeze Ivan for money.
Yeah, if that's how
That
you want
works
to go
fine for
about it,
me.
that's fine by me.
Okay, so we got one from Ivan because we squeeze him out of his stash.
His only money, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what?
One from Thorn, one from Song.
We're even going to count that towards the apology.
Yeah, it's actually Milosh who does the squeezing. It's like you're paying more.
I'll advance
Hi,
both of
buddy.
you
I'm
and
gonna
remove
need all
that's
your
fine,
money.
Yeah. 3 from Rubik's, 3 from the gang. So 9 total is what we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get up to 16,
So we
which
need
is
7 more.
7 more. And I am going to take 14 out of my stash.
Oh my god.
Good gosh.
So it's basically Rubik's
This is
entire savings goes
Yeah.
into
this is what Rubik's has been working for.
Rubik's
Like this is his long-term goal
Rubik's is going
was
for
to
broke.
make a established gang.
And I mean, here's the thing. This means that like because you were at like tier 1 stash, right? You had like
Yeah.
10 plus the next one. So your quality of life drops because you have to do this. So like Rubik's used to have a nicer apartment and nicer clothes, and he
We've sold that.
He actually now just lives with Salia. That's what it is.
Oh god. Well,
Like
rip your
he
relation-
used to have like a nice flat of his own, and like it looked over the docks and everything. And he's like, you know what? I don't need this. I need power. I don't need places where people can find me. So, yeah, that's what Rubik's does.
That's
Drops
fair.
14 out of his stash,
Oh my god, that's a
moves
lot.
in with Salia. Because that's a hovel. Let's be real. It's a well guarded hovel, but it's a hovel.
Especially in terms of your quality of life inside of it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm not giving you space in my room.
It's like you get the bed and 3 books. Choose them wisely.
Not that one.
Okay, well, I'm glad Cricket's not around anymore because I was like, I just took a quick look at like her stash and it's like 18 or something.
Yeah.
How do you people make all this money?
Rubik's has a little something on the side.
Yeah.
Because he runs established businesses and gangs. That's why.
I think
All my
that-
characters
I think,
die poor.
but I think the thing about Cricket is she never really got hurt, right? Like she always got out of
Yeah.
stuff, so there was no like spending coin to burn doctor bills and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I give you my 1 coin, and we can go up to rep 2.
Yeah. Like, I feel like Thorn does it to distract Rubik's for a moment. Like, she throws like a thing of coins at him. He's like picking it up as she's carrying the baby downstairs.
Thorn isn't really in the distracting mindset anymore. She has something to care about. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, man.
So, when your tier increases, you reset your rep to 0 and reduce your hold to weak.
Okay.
What else happens?
I think we get a bunch of money out of it, too.
No, that's when you gain experience. I think.
Yeah.
Is that experiencing? Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, every time your crew advances on XP, you get +1 stash, +2 per crew tier. So now you'll be getting 3 stash every time the crew levels up. All of your cohorts go up a quality level.
Mhm.
So the
So-
cultists
so-
are behind by 1.
Yeah, so the cultists are tier 1. The
Rooks.
The
Rooks
rooks
are
are tier 2. Any experts you have are always your gang's tier +1, but you don't have any experts at the moment. You just have
I
cohort.
thought we gained some thugs of some sort.
You hired on some thugs for as a
Okay.
temporary thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have like a permanent expert, which would be like back in the day, like Androl and
Bell.
Bell were
Bell,
both experts because they were individuals who actually counted as a cohort.
Yeah. So I feel like we grow in a massive way too. Because I think we go from just a few people per gang unit to
Yeah,
like,
they're now larger as well. So there are more rooks and there are
Yeah.
more cultists.
like more people start coming to us.
12 person gangs.
So they're a medium gang now.
Awesome. More cultists. That's my favorite.
And yeah, your shady cult is bigger.
That
And I
makes-
think this is
makes
the
sense.
recruiting work down in Crowsfoot paying off.
Yeah.
Some of them are like drifting into the docks as it destabilizes because it's perfect place for such shady business to be carried out. And I think a lot of the rooks come from the hive because although you don't have the patron move yet, they're still backing your play, and so they're connecting you with various assets and specialists and whatnot.
Yeah. Or even people like Rubik's has pawned off of the hive, sharked a little bit. It's
Or
like,
like in the course of your dealings with them, you
like, oh, that's a useful agent. I'm going to take her.
I'm going to offer her a job. Yeah.
With better pay. Because I see
Better
the way that she
pay
does.
better pay than the hive? Yeah, good luck with that.
There,
Well, it's
but
not
she
you're
would be
getting
like
the
a
best
low
people
level.
from the hive. You're getting like low level people from the hive who can get an opportunity to be more important in the organization they're in by being in a smaller organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I see someone like take a few coins out of someone's pocket, I'm just like, huh, she didn't notice. Do you want to work for more than delivery boy charge? Just saying.
Cool. All right, so we fill out our rooks and our cultists.
Excellent.
A little more. But
Yeah,
now,
so they have.
but now it's time to look for a job, right?
It is, and I
So, what do we know about the demon child as a crew?
Well, what I would say is that Thorn is not hiding it, and she is
Okay.
carrying it with her everywhere. So if you've seen Thorn, you've probably seen it.
I
Here's
gotcha.
here's how I envision the child thing operating, which is that like
Still play-
normal people will not want to look at it or like not want to acknowledge its existence. Since y'all are
Yeah.
PCs, you have
It's-
enough like you can make resist rolls and stuff.
But it's like kind of
you're at a
it's
tier
kind of
where you can
aversive,
actually
yeah.
or would dare to look upon it. But for many people, it's just like, ugh, like they just don't. There's this aura. Of, don't look at me. I'm a weird soulless thing.
So here's a good question as well. Would Thorn ever do combat now? Because she's protecting this child so diligently. Because if
Milo's gotta
not,
be like, the
because if
baby.
not, I have a flashback in mind. A certain insider that we could get to deal with our red sash problem. But that's up to you.
I mean, Thorn's vicious. She'll do whatever's necessary to like get the job done. If it's a thing that if she has to fight, she'll fight. I mean, when she had this thing inside of her, she was shooting
She's still
lightning
fighting,
bolts. Like, so that's a thing.
There is definitely like one night shortly after where she's asleep and Song is standing in her room and has a knife out.
And by her room, you mean her corner of the damp basement?
Yep.
Yes, that's I suppose that is what I mean.
I mean, exactly that. Yes. Thank you for clarifying.
Yes, thank you. Since you sleep on the floor.
Yeah.
And he's got a knife out and he's just like looking at it and he takes like a really long moment and then he just like turns his head and he walks away. And he's like shaking his head. Because I think he doesn't feel it's a good thing, but he remembers his parent dying. And he can't bring himself to do that to Thorn.
All
yeah,
right.
I mean,
Sentimental.
Thorn's all kind of fucked up, like, but she's definitely got feelings towards this thing, just the way that she holds it, like, you can tell.
Yeah. So the thing that I would suggest doing is finally destroying the Red Sash's hold in the city.
Taking Crow's Foot back.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd be interested in such a thing.
if
sure.
you guys want to do that, the Hive is definitely keen to.
Oh, I bet.
Assist.
I bet they are, yeah.
So that's actually how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go and talk to the Hive now.
So you're going to talk to Ashlyn?
I'm going to talk to Ashlyn after we have cemented ourselves in we're in the docks now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got some hold in Crow's Foot as well.
Yeah, and like
you still
we've
control
done some things to help the people of Crow's Foot as well.
I
And
mean,
it's-
they don't like you much right now.
Probably not.
You are currently at -1 with the citizens of Crow's Foot, -1 with the citizens of the dock, -1 with the citizens of Brightstone.
So maybe not then. Let's ignore them for now then.
I'll just move you over here and you can admire your long list of enemies.
That's fine. Rubik's
Right,
probably
you're
has a
at war
lot.
with the bill hooks now.
Yeah.
Things have gone interestingly, certainly. Also, the Circle of Flame don't like us. I was unaware of this.
Yeah.
For reasons.
I guess like dousing their demon was probably it's probably a thing.
Probably,
So-
everyone like that.
So Rubik's
Oh.
goes. Oh,
Do you guys have war dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, right?
Yeah.
We sure do.
So you all
everyone's.
should have gotten +1 die to vice rolls.
We didn't.
I
I didn't take
definitely
any.
didn't need
Nobody
it.
rolled a dice to a vice roll
Yeah,
except for
only
Rubik's.
Rubik's rolled and you got a 6 anyways. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so that's good because it means you get all your downtime actions.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I think there is like part of you guys tearing up is this like militarizing. In fact, here's what I will propose.
Okay.
Given that you are Bravos and that your crew just upgraded and you're adding all these people to your rooks, I think they also are thugs now.
Okay.
I think that's just our
Or is
thing.
that
I think that's one of our
already the case?
upgrades right now.
So
Yeah, that just all of your crews also count as thugs, right?
Yeah.
So I wish they could count as multiple things, but
yeah.
so yeah, your cultists are adepts and thugs. Your rooks are rooks and thugs.
Yep.
So yeah, everyone is thugs, and I think this is
Everyone
really
is thugs.
as well. So like everyone's much better armed and equipped now.
We've
and there are
gone
more of
from
them, and
we've
they're
gone from prison
more
shanks to
organized.
real knives for the cultists.
Yep.
You know, yeah, Milos has like he still has his favorite scary knife, but now he also has like a
Nicer clothes.
vest and like nicer clothes over top of his armored vest and a nice sword.
Oh,
Stuff like
Milosh. Milosh
So-
and his giant wax mustache.
And yeah, his mustache is slightly shinier and has recovered from when it got all fucked up by Ivan.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
You mess with Milosh's mustache, you're gonna get wrecked. So
He had to trim down the side that wasn't affected in order for it to match the side that was kind of withered. So his mustache is smaller now, but I think he's also adapted to the changing trends, and so now it's like instead of curling, it's very like straight out, and he's got his goatee, his little soul patch waxed so that it sticks straight down. He's got this like
Oh, I love Milosh.
Oh, he's so greasy. Why haven't I fired him yet?
because he gets results. Okay,
Fan
Does
favorite
he?
Milos.
All right. So we're going to go to Ashland now.
Mhm.
And you know what? I've taken enough hit in my stash that I'm just going to take another hit in my stash so we can do a consort roll together. But so Rubik's, this is something that Rubik's does by himself, I
Yeah,
think,
that's fine.
unless we would have Song and Thorn come, but they're in pretty ratted.
Yeah,
Cabbage.
bring it, and also bringing Thorn will be difficult because she's reluctant to like leave her.
Even worse now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reluctant to leave her demon baby behind.
But so he walks into the warehouse that the hive operates out of, that he normally goes and talks to Ashlyn about various jobs. And he kind of gets like some nods, some weird looks from the people as he's going through.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because you like don't have an appointment.
Like he doesn't have an appointment and just went up a tier. He's a scarier person now himself.
That's true. According to the rules.
Yeah.
You're scarier now.
And he catches Ashlyn as she's checking things off and
Yeah,
making
she's got
sure
like
that-
some ledger out that she's like signing and like sending like receipts to like HQ essentially. So she's like pressing a wax seal onto this thing.
yeah. And just kind of goes, Ashlyn, would I interest you in some lunch? I know your break is about this time.
And she like, you know, pushes her glasses up on her nose because they were like falling down as she was leaning forward. And she says, well, I'm just finishing here and you've really become one of my favorites lately. And she like tucks her little, she has like an actual like mechanical pen, which is she doesn't have a quill. She has like a proper modern pen.
Yeah.
Tucks it into her like lapel of her coat. And she's like, this new spot opened up. And she like gestures for you to like follow her.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she takes you to this restaurant. It's like
I'd
it's
say
an
like
European restaurant, but it's one that the Hive controls, and so like there's this really fucked up vibe in there because
Oh, it's like going into a mob restaurant, right? Like
it's like going into a mob restaurant, but it's like Don Corleone takes you to like a Mexican restaurant while he's at war with a Mexican gang. You know, it's like there's this weird like political thing, but it's clearly a statement of power by the Hive that they're like, yeah, we're better friends with the Eruvian consulate than the fucking Red Sashes are. We got this restaurant now. Like, what's up?
yeah.
So yeah, there's this like incredibly tense, uncomfortable vibe as you guys sit down, and like everyone else has to leave the restaurant as soon as she enters it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have like a little booth in the back that they set aside for her. And like she doesn't have to order; they just start like bringing you food.
Yeah. Like it's going to be a 7-course meal type of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no questions asked. Nothing. They just bring it, walk away.
And yeah, like this is totally again a display of her power, right? She doesn't look at or acknowledge any of the staff here, and they just like wordlessly attend to her needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the two of you are like sitting.
It's great because I just like my mental image of Ashlyn is this like mousy glasses wearing like bureaucrat, you know, like character, and there's like clearly so much of this like aura of her like that is like more than that, like the more than what she shows.
Yeah, but it's just all under this veneer of like being very businesslike.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like, well, you don't, but you didn't bother making one, so it must be important.
Yes. I have decided to ring in a final debt owed to me. One for a severe betrayal that set me back quite a significant amount of respect. And I never got to kill the person responsible for it. So I believe we have yet again a common enemy, Ashlyn. My right hand decided it would be better to work with the Red Sashes than with the Firebirds. And I can't allow that anymore.
And she's like leaning back with this like pewter teacup. And as she's saying this, one of the Eruvian servants is like bringing food to the table, and she's just like, as soon as we get these fucking Eruvians under control, this city's gonna be a lot better off. And she like sips, and the like server like and like puts the thing down and like walks away.
I completely agree, Ashlyn. They seem to be unreliable.
They just don't know.
It's the good old meeting of two racists.
Yep.
But we'll get them under our thumb soon enough, and you're going to help, of course.
That's actually what I wanted to ask you about.
Akarosi.
I'm finished with them. I want to hit them so hard that they don't recover. Much like, well, the Crows and the Lampblacks. I want to do what we're famous for, but I'll need the funding to do it.
Well, I mean, we made a great variety of resources to be at your disposal. All these new specialists settling into your organization. They didn't just come out of thin air, Rubix.
Oh, I know. There is a difference between manpower and financial power that the Hive is able to provide. And if we do take up the Red Sashes, it is a very lucrative operation for you as well. I believe that you will finally have a pure corner of the drug market, untainted by any competition.
Yes, well, when one is in a winning position, it's only natural to win more. But I can afford to be much more patient about it than you can. I can tell that you're very eager, but our cadence is a little bit slower than yours. Think of us as a snake, choking red sashes out slowly. You're more of a
Snake of a different type.
yes. And to be perfectly frank, although I appreciate your enthusiasm, we find ourselves at an impasse in terms of our methods. Now, I am willing to look the other way and make the Bluecoats look the other way as you carry out your endeavors, but I've spared everything I possibly could out of my budget for this season. I have other matters to attend to, Rubik's. And
If you
especially, like,
are
bread and smoking.
able to prevent the blue coats from intervening, that should suffice. If you have anything to prevent our spirit wardens from intervening as well, that would be even better.
Well, people are going to die. Now, I would rather it be known that they're dead, personally.
Yes, but we don't need them knocking on our door and on our mission as we're carrying it out.
I'll trust you to look after the particulars. You're very skilled, very capable, I'm sure. And she like gets up from her seat, like, it's been wonderful chatting, Rubik's, but you do see how my position is quite impossible in terms of providing anything more than I already have. And so like you're
So
welcome to put some dice behind it.
Yeah, so this,
or, like,
I guess this will be the consort role that we're talking about.
yeah, she might like if you convince her, she'll try to like move some pieces around and make
We'll see how this roll goes, and we'll see what Rubik's has then.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
what the magnitude of what he says will be. So a 6.
Yeah,
And
okay.
he kind of goes, no, don't take this the wrong way. But if it so happens that we carry out this operation, I would be more than willing to destroy their drug trade completely instead of leaving it be, as it were. And there's like very direct but subtle undertone about what he's talking about here. It's like, yeah, I could destroy it, or we could keep it.
Yeah, just make it my drug tunnel into
Yeah.
the city. Yeah. And she like sighs, and like as you're talking to her, like she's receiving a letter by way of like a messenger, like a cipher walks in and like hands her something and walks out, and she's like reading it and just like, oh, fine. There are other things that require my time and attention. The sooner this Eruvian problem is dealt with, the better. One less bramble in my hair. And she like kind of just like gestures, like, I'll send something over, and like walks out.
Yeah.
So you're wanting coin specifically?
This was more for the effect roll itself. So it would, Rubik's isn't really looking for like straight up coin. It's silencing and deterring the blue coats and spirit wardens to look away, so they won't interfere.
So this is going to get you like a better engagement roll?
Yeah.
Potentially, like we can carry one forward to your engagement roll and maybe get you some, and obviously like fictionally you'll be better positioned as well, but
Well, I do have weaving the web, so that extra die is already there. So it's more of a starting position, I guess. Like
yeah,
maybe
like
greater effect on the
positioned in general,
Or like fictionally when complications
the
occur.
kinds of consequences that can be brought down on you, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll just keep that in mind then as you go into your next score. Which I assume is going to involve you taking your nice, shiny new toys out to the playground. And
Oh, we sure are.
Are we gonna call this an assault? Is that what
We
this
sure
is?
are.
great.
Nobody gets to share our shiny new toys. They're all ours. You can't have any.
Yeah,
I don't care what my mom told me about sharing.
Mom was.
I
wrong.
didn't have a mom.
Aw.
Yeah, no one ever taught Rubik's to share. That's what went wrong. I blame the public school system.
Yeah.
I do too.
So we're doing this next score. What exactly are we doing here?
We are going to wipe out all their satellites, essentially.
So our plan is to like attack anywhere that the Red Sashes are holding that isn't like their direct
Their
like
headquarters.
dojo headquarters. Yeah.
Yeah. This is like blowing up their trade tunnels. This is destroying
Okay, but our point of attack has to be like a defined thing for the assault.
Yeah.
right?
I mean, the point of attack is probably going to end up being
Well, should the point of attack be the Red Sword Academy, and then our engagement roll will determine how well all that other stuff went?
Yeah,
for us,
I
or
I think
is-
that
what's-
should be it. I think it should be our point of attack is the front door of the Red Sword or the whatever it's called, the Red Sash Sword Academy.
yeah.
So
Okay.
this
I mean,
large
feel free to negotiate
Yeah.
here, Andrew, but it's
So you're not half stepping at all. You're just like, cool, we're gonna go. fight
This
them
is like-
head-on.
This is like Rubik's has pulled all the strings and it's a full war at this point.
Yeah, we're just gonna step 2 and see if.
And
we
the
can
thing is,
win.
y'all aren't even at war with the Red Sashes yet. You're just at war with their proxies, the Billhooks.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
kind of. They're not quite expecting you to just like
Yeah, so they'll be
full
surprised.
on punch them.
This is a very, very cold dish of a revenge.
This is
it's
just
not
a-
very cold.
It's not cold at all. It's not cold at all. What this is this is just a straight up preemptive strike against someone we know we'll be at war with.
Yeah.
And so they're a tier 3 organization, so they're bigger.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they are.
They're- I thought
They
they were
got bumped
tier
up to
2.
3 because you killed all their competition and
Okay.
ate all the smaller fish, and now
We
they're
make
big.
our monsters,
scary-
don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like y'all spent the first season helping the Red Sashes establish themselves, and then later you were like, oh, but we don't like them anymore.
The person who liked them is gone, so
That's because
thought they were okay.
everyone else is huge racist.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Welcome to Duskfall. Long live the Emperor.
So, and yeah, this is like where all of their best people will be. This is where all the
Hey, we
scary
might
shit-
meet whatever his name is again. Guy, dude guy.
Yep.
Wester.
Wester.
Wester, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not to
so you just
mention,
wanna
not to
attack
mention,
their
not to
HQ.
mention Lady
directly.
Badass herself.
Mylara Cleb.
Malara
Yeah,
Cleb.
Malaria Club is kind of
We'll take her other arm.
yeah. Well, she's short one arm now.
Yeah, but
Thanks,
she's
dude.
probably still a badass.
Well
Probably
done,
not one
Croak.
of my
Well
characters.
done.
You know,
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me just take a look here.
I distinctly recall.
This is literally a building full of people learning sword stuff. Like, these guys are gonna be strong in a fight.
No, this is more like attacking like the Jedi Academy, but we're Anakin.
Are we? Are
Are
we
we?
though?
Oh yeah, we're
I mean,
horrible people.
I mean, I can shoot lightning, but
We can
We
shoot
are all
lightning,
also
but that's cutting
injured. I
down.
would like to bring up if we
Everyone
maybe want
is
to
super
reconsider
fucked up
things.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we want to rewind this a little bit. I don't know.
I
I mean, we could do
It's
it.
entirely up to you all.
I am ready to whatever. Thorn isn't gonna make this decision anyway, right? Like this will be like Rubik's basically being like, we're doing this thing,
Thorn, we're doing a
So,
thing.
so I
What?
did originally
Okay.
say attacking the satellites, not attacking the headquarters itself.
So we're not going to attack the
Okay,
HQ.
all right. So what are the
This is much
satellites?
more reasonable.
Yeah, what are the satellites of the Red
What are
Sash?
the satellites?
We're gonna take out all their drug trade. Like we're gonna hit their giant factory that they have,
Do they have a
All right,
factory?
so
How
the-
does-
or warehouse rather.
Or like where they bring in the drugs.
Yeah, the storage bin.
So y'all need to figure out where that is because you don't have that information yet.
So
The
I feel
stuff that
like
y'all have dealt with thus far is like their street level operations, right? Fighting the billhooks. You kind of blew your one chance to get at their import line by way of Tangletown during that operation that went horribly wrong. And so who knows if they're still actually using Tangletown. It's kind of been quarantined since that happened, so likely not, but maybe the quarantine is a cover for the sashes. It's hard to say. So there's a lot of ambiguity about where they're bringing their new drug Sunshine in from.
Well, time to just zero out on the stash, and we're gonna do a consort roll and find out where it is.
all right, Rubik's is sending out the feelers.
Yeah, go gadget
Go gadget all ones.
spider network.
Cool.
4?
Success, but
Yeah, I think you do some prying and some poking around and you find some information, but you're something this sensitive you're not really able to find out about secretly. So like people know that you know.
yeah,
And so yeah, what you learn through I guess this would be through Salia and her people,
yeah,
is that they've actually expanded to Char Hollow. And so the Iruvians are actually
Oh, they're moving
They're
stuff into
like
Char Hollow to
outside
like
of-
distance it from themselves or something. Like...
well, they've actually like taken territory in Char Hollow.
Oh
like, they're
fuck.
expanding.
Okay.
Because there's a whole chunk of Crow's Foot that they don't want to really mess with, which is your part of it. They're like kind of vaguely involved, but they don't really control it. In terms of like the loyalty of the people there. But the rest of Crow's Foot they have under their thumb. It's decidedly red.
okay.
And I can't figure out how to make the things I want in this map. But yeah, they've actually acquired territory elsewhere outside of the district. So it's kind of like this now. Once I'm done drawing, this will probably show up.
Okay. All right.
And they
Yeah.
control like some of Char Hollow as well. It's all Red Sash territory.
Ooh.
That's a lot of sashes.
Because there's a huge power vacuum. And it's also like it's clear that they have run into there's been like friction between them and the Hive over controlling the reconstruction effort as well, with both groups trying to like buy out contractors and that kind of thing. And although the Hive has been more successful, the Red Sashes have managed to get a hand in it and like have some say in the reconstruction of Crow's Foot in the areas that they control. But yeah, they're bringing it in this like this warehouse in Char Hollow is definitely a point of interest for y'all, and maybe would be like a good first step.
Okay.
But
Yeah, let's do
in
it.
the course of finding this out, I think Rubik's maybe doesn't know this, but word gets back to the Red Sashes that people are like asking questions they shouldn't be asking.
Okay.
And they don't necessarily know like the specifics of who is asking or why, but they know that like someone's onto them. So security is maybe going to be a little bit steeper than it would have been otherwise.
That's fair.
Yeah. Do we want to just get into the
Engagement roll.
Nitty gritty? Yeah.
Okay, so
Normal load.
yeah, everyone gets to decide their load.
I'm going to stick with heavy because I'm expecting this to be more combat.
I am light. Well, actually, medium, because I have a baby. Does that count as items?
Yeah, I wonder if the baby is useful in any particular way.
Throw the baby at them.
Might consume souls. At the very least, people don't want to look at it.
So yeah, I mean, you can be medium. I don't think your weird child thing costs load unless you like try to use it for something, and we'll talk about that down the line.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
So y'all start with 1 to your fortune roll,
Yep.
plus an extra 1, right? Because you have a move for that.
Sure do.
Okay. Is this operation particularly bold or daring, or overly complex or contingent on many factors?
No,
It's not
I don't-
complex.
I feel
not
like
complex, but I think it's bold.
It's definitely bold.
if y'all
like-
had hit the red sashes in their like,
Yeah, if we'd been
house where
like,
they live
yo,
at,
what's up?
that's definitely bold.
You're muted,
Yeah.
Elf.
This, I don't know.
Yeah, if we'd been like, yo, what's up, right at their front door, definitely.
That
would've
first
been-
plan was bold, where you're like, we're just gonna go take on the Sword Academy. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I think we have to say no to this question as well because of the setup.
Yeah.
They're protecting it. It is not like super defended, so I'm not going to give you guys the -1 though. And can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
I mean, I think that was the entire hive thing.
Yeah, so you're getting a +1.
Mm,
And we're door kickers, so we get +1 on the engagement roll
Okay.
for
So 4 dice total.
assault rolls or assault jobs.
yeah.
Anything else we're missing to subtract or add?
Nope.
They're a higher tier than you, so you're down 1.
Okay.
Would have been 2, but now you're a tier 2 organization. And yeah, any other, it's just like miscellaneous other factors. So if anyone has any thoughts on that. I
I
mean,
certainly don't think we have anything else in our favor. So
yeah. Okay. So go ahead and roll 3 dice to the
Okay.
engagement. This is y'all doing what
Yeah.
ostensibly do best. All right.
I like
got
how
a
you
6.
said ostensibly, as if we don't do it best.
Well, it's not wrong.
I mean, things tend to go badly. I'm just gonna go ahead and bump the red sashes down to -2. Actually, y'all are at war with the red sashes now. I think that much is pretty clear.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when we like firebomb a warehouse of theirs, yeah.
And I assume that the gang is coming along.
Oh yeah.
Rakes.
Of course, and
Where's the rake
I've
and
got
brother?
the cultists in tow.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
my gang of scraggly cultist motherfuckers.
Cool. Do we want to break? I know it's not too long. from
Yeah, no,
when
we-
lasted,
let's-
but
let's,
break and then come
Now
back
is
to
a good
this.
time.
Let's do a
Yeah.
break and we'll come back to see what that 6 fortune roll means for us at the warehouse. Don't go anywhere, everybody. More blades to come. Be back in a few moments.